Hey y'all, this is just a touch of J, and I'm coming at you, getting ready to put it all out there in pieces, baby. What's cracking with my babies, huh? What y'all out there doing? Are y'all out there shining on them? Cause they hate it, baby. Living your best life, huh? Yeah. Doing what it is that you do. Yes. Y'all should see me when I be dancing as I'm doing that. Look, this is just a touch of that, baby. Mama is ready to put it out there in pieces for you, okay? I know y'all are out there being so thorough and so wise. And why? Oh my gosh, do I always tell y'all that I know that you are out there just being so thorough, man, and so wise. First of all, because God made you that way. Shout out to you, God, man. I tell you, man, he created us, okay? And we all got like this good thing about us, you know? He just was like, boom, there you go. You thorough, you wise over there. And boom, there you go. You thorough and wise. And look, this is just a touch of day. I got to let y'all know that. I got to put that out there in pieces for you, okay? Now, what's the second reason why I know y'all are out there being thorough and wise, huh? What's the second reason? Come on, y'all. Y'all already know. Because y'all are out here listening to me, baby. Yes. And you got to be. You got to be thorough and wise if you are out here listening to me, baby. Yes, because I'm thorough and I'm definitely wise. And this is just a touch of J. Y'all know I put it out there in pieces for you, baby. Yes. But, you know, I do got to do something else. You know, I have to. God loves the haters too. But, you know, if you a hater, I gotta say hi to these haters, y'all. And what do I say to these haters? Hi, haters. Cause y'all need this work too. Yes, y'all need this work too. Look, and if you're just tuning into the Just a Touch of J experience, you know the whole thing. Y'all listening to me out there. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all, okay? Shout out to my babies. All my babies everywhere. I love y'all. But if you don't understand why I give a shout out to the haters, listen, it's because, listen, what happens is God prepared a table for me in the presence of my enemies, okay? That's what he did. That's what his word said. And he said they got to watch you eat. All of them. The haters, you know, the lurkers, the lookers, the listeners, whatever. And when he said they got to watch you eat, okay, they can come over, see what's going on, wait a minute, she changed, what's happening, you know. And when they do all of that, what happens is they wind up listening, okay? And then God wind up putting that work out there for them too. And they get blessed by the message regardless. Because it's just touch day, baby. I'm out here doing what he wants me to do. Okay, so look. Went through that whole little spill. Now I gotta go ahead and I gotta say this. You know, shout out to everybody who's following with me on social media and out there in real life. You know, because a lot of people that ain't on social media. But if you are, y'all better go over to My Name is RONI760 on Instagram, baby. Yes. And check out some of that stuff. Oh, and y'all better make sure y'all go ahead and check out that shark. Oh, man. Bluefish. Shark is coming, but the bluefish is out there right now. My bluefish, okay, with a citrus twist. Yes, baby. Make sure y'all check that out. This is just touch there, baby. I had to put that out there. Pieces for you. Oh my gosh, that's on Make a Love V's Kitchen. But it's also on, you know, My Name is RONI760 on Instagram too. Veronica's Guide to Making Love in the Kitchen, the Cookbook of Love, Tumblr, Twitter. It's everywhere. If y'all rocking with me, just Google Just a Touch of J. You're going to see it. And then my pumpkin. Oh my God, y'all. Listen, I made this pumpkin, right? And this, child, I get my life in order because food just really does something to me. It turns me on. I ain't lying. Anybody who know me, they know I get so excited. I get all hot and bothered and everything. I don't know why. I just love to make, you know, love in the kitchen. Okay? Seriously. But it's pumpkin, okay? Let me see, how can I tell you what it is? It's pumpkin, chayote squash, apple butter, cornbread, okay, with like a vanilla crown royal, glaze on it, and it's a little bit of vanilla crown roll on the inside. Child, when y'all get this recipe, it's coming to the app. Y'all better stay tuned, because it's like, basically there. So make sure you paying attention. And because I'm putting it out there in pieces for you. You got to pay attention to get it. Okay? Because I might not even keep it on there for a long time. Look, this is just a session. I got to put it out there in pieces for you. So anyway, go over there, check it out. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for everybody that's rocking with me around the world. Oh my gosh, y'all are just so thorough and so wise. Oh my gosh. Y'all got me everywhere. You know what? Let me tell y'all something. See, you got to be careful on how you deal with people in life, because you never know what they turn out to be. Seriously. Okay, you really, really do. You never know how God is going to bless somebody. Okay, so you got to watch it, because God is over here. He blessing me. And listen, I'm telling y'all, I done came a mighty long way, and God got y'all listening to me out here in Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, y'all all around the world listening to me. London, Japan, France, Italy. Y'all got me rocking in Israel. Child, Madagascar, places I can't even pronounce. Look. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. This is just a touch today. I'm chopping out there pieces for y'all. This is, a blessing. And it's God. God is showing you what he's doing. He's showing you that he could do whatever it is that he needs to do. So look, y'all better keep paying attention, because I'm telling you, he got some greatness coming. Child, y'all better pay attention to just a touch of Jay. Okay, he gonna put it out there in pieces for you. So look, here we go. This is what we gotta talk about. Y'all know what time it is. It's Comic Creeping Saturdays. Yeah, it's Comic Creeping Saturdays. Yeah, so look, mama got to drop a dime on you. Oh my gosh, I got to drop a dime on y'all. So I'm creeping. And for y'all who don't know what the Comic Creeping Saturdays is, you just tune it in or whatever. Comic Creeping Saturdays is where I just scroll through social media once a week, okay? And I find these posts and I start creeping through the comments. I'm like, what's going on over here? And sometimes I find some funny ones. Sometimes I find some good ones. I'm just creeping. And we got to talk about it. All right. So listen, let's get to this week's topic. Okay. Hold on. Let me get it together. Y'all got to get it together. I hope y'all are out there having an amazing day. Oh my gosh. Yes. Today is just so thorough. All right. So look, it's beautiful. So here we go. You ready? What did your last heartbreak teach you? Child! Woo! This right here. Mama got to drop it down on you. I got to put this thing out there in pieces for you, okay? So here we go. Okay, here we go. This one, and I told you I wasn't going to do IG, because IG be having a lot going on. But, okay. We going to go here. So, the person who put the post up said, love can teach you a whole lot about life, but one of the best teachers is heartache, okay, and heartbreak. Sometimes you don't ever fully know what you have until you lose it. And therefore, you may not even understand love until you've lost it, or you had somebody love you, right? Heartbreak is one of life's most effective teachers. That's what he says. Unfortunately, it teaches us, in some ways that are accurate and some ways that aren't. And basically he said, what did you learn from it? How do you interpret it? Right? Interpret it. Love, and this love loss, and this heartbreak, what did it teach you? So child, listen here. All the ladies was going in. So let's talk about it. Let me start reading these comments. There's not enough space to type, child. So he said, just tell us a little something. She said, not to let others' self-hate make me hate being me. Woo, child. Are y'all out there going through that? Other people hate you, so they do hateful things to you in relationships? Break your heart. All type of relationships. It don't have to be, the relationship with the boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, romantic relationships. Could just be whatever. And you start hating yourself damn. You don't like yourself some type of way? Child, look, this is just a touch day, baby. Trying to put that out there in pieces for you. Okay, to date first. Yes, please date first. Oh my gosh. Y'all out here bumping and grinding, doing what it is that you do. Don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. right? Then all of a sudden you want to get to know him afterwards. Like, can we date? Child. Or y'all are going out and y'all are letting everything else, like, everything else distracts you. Like, you're going out on these, like, what you consider dates. He's taking you out here, that restaurant, this restaurant. You spend all this time together. But really what's entertaining you is everything that's out there. You're not really spending time with each other, that one-on-one time. Like, sometimes dating is just chilling and becoming friends. It ain't always about letting everything else out there, entertain you. And people will do that to you. They will. They'll take you out here. They take you out there. They buy you stuff. And then before you know, you don't even know who they are. You ain't really had a really good conversation. Just, so what's going on with you today? But y'all ain't really spent no one-on-one time. You understand what I'm saying? This is just a touch of day, baby. Y'all got to date first. The person said people ain't out here dating. Ha, 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 ha. All right, here goes somebody else. To listen to my intuition, pay attention to the signs. Don't fall in love with potential. A man is going to do what they want to do. Child, I have to be woman enough and secure in myself to know my worth and to not deal with the BS. Are y'all ladies out there going through that? This is what she says. Listen to her own intuition. Sometimes we don't. We do not listen. We don't. We like, something don't seem like it's right. But, we go ahead with it. Pay attention to the signs, what she says. How many of us out here, ladies, and gents, okay, don't pay attention to the sign? Like, guys, you like, something ain't right with her. That don't quite add up. Okay, but you ain't even paying attention. You like, what? She cute. Her booty is nice. No, this is just attention, J, baby. Y'all out here looking at all this other stuff and ain't paying attention. Don't fall in love with potential. Y'all ladies out here doing that, like, his socks is messed up, but I know he got sweat socks on with a whole suit and everything, but I could fix that. I could change that. Potentially, later on in life, he'll get it. Like 5 years from now, you been with him a whole 5 years and he's still him. Chill, you out here trying to change him the whole 9. A man is going to do what he's going to do. Yes, and a woman. And that's why you got to let them do what it is that they want to do. Because when you let them do what it is that they want to do, what happens is that you find out that that's what they wanted to do anyway. And this is just a touch of that, baby. Look, I'm just putting it out there in pieces for you. And she said you got to know your worth and not deal with the BS. Okay, all of us, we have to do that. Okay, ditto. Yes, everything, it's hype about what you said. I agree with you. Next time I will ask God for discernment. Child, y'all ain't out there asking God for discernment. I've been there. I've done that, child. You get up in these relationships, you don't even be asking God and nothing. You just up in them like, hey, I'm here. Because you happy that somebody's loving you. You feeling the love. You in that honeymoon stage. Everything's all good. But you ain't pray for that discernment. Listen here. That's what she said. Here goes somebody else. Exactly. I pray for discernment all the time. I ask God for discernment before giving out my number. During the phone conversation phase, I ask for discernment as well as first dates. I refuse to do this on my own without God's help ever again. Child, I know about it. Talk about it. Been there, done that, doing it. I ain't playing. No. Discernment. I need it. So when somebody try to give me their number or something, I'm like this. Wait a minute. Hold on. What you got going on? I got to look at what's going on in my life. And I have to see what am I doing right now? Because I know the enemy going to send the distractions. He knows what you like. He know I like him tall, dark, and handsome. He know I like him short and light. He know I like him. No, he know. Okay. And if I'm out here trying to get my life in order and get my career together, he going to send exactly what looks just nice for me. Just right. Come on now. Y'all ever go into the store and you want to go ahead, you like, I'm trying to eat better, right? You trying to eat good. And what happens? You walk right on by that cake. That cake, and that cake looking good. They got it right on the end cap, and this is looking right, or it's right in the bakery or something like that. Whatever, child, I don't know. The enemy put it out there in pieces for you. Whatever it is that you like, and you like, oh my God, and it's looking good, and it's calling you, and you like just one little piece. Child, you got to pray for the discernment, because that's how I'll be out here when you be dating and people be trying to holler at you. But she said, yeah, that's what she got to do. She said, giving the number out, yes. Somebody want the number. I'm like, God, what's up with this? Who sent you? Because I know the enemy trying to send that whole thing. First dates, yes, God, let me see. Now y'all got to be careful, though. You can't be out here praying for signs, talking about some, oh, yeah, his eye did a little twitch, so I know that's you, God. We talking about real discernment, like, you find out he don't take care of his kids or something like that. That's a red flag, baby. This is just a touch of day. Pay attention to that. How he going to take care of you and he don't even want to take care of them. Okay, so pay attention to that. Don't do relationships without God ever again. That's what she says. Okay, somebody go, yes, queen. Child, they over here going, oh. So many counterfeits are out here. She goes, the last guy that I dated came out of nowhere. I told y'all, the enemy knows what we like. Came out of nowhere talking about something. He wanted to marry her. This is what she said. All these red flags came, but she ignored them. Okay, she said, but she had a gut feeling. She said she was completely blindsided and he hurt her. She said she is still dealing with the breakup. But during those hurtful, sleepless nights, she said she started praying and she realized and accepted God, child. And she said she accepted God into her life, child. How many of y'all going through that? Like, look, y'all out here dating, then all of a sudden y'all get crushed. You be like, you know what, Jesus, I need you in my life. You try to reach to God because you know that God is going to heal that broken heart. Listen, a broken heart will have you jacked up. Let me tell y'all a confession, because I got to tell you this. I got to put it out there in peace for y'all, because some of y'all going through this. You know, and I don't have no problem sharing this. My daughter used to tell me a story how when I had got really, really heartbroken, how I didn't want to be by myself. I was scared to be alone. Y'all want to know why? Because I thought I was going to do something to myself, because I was so broken in my spirit and my mind wasn't right. And I'll be like, don't leave me alone. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to take this whole bottle of pills and literally kill myself. But I didn't know, because I knew I was in the right state of mind. I know if I want to kill that person, kill me, kill the kid. You know, I don't know what's going on, y'all. This is just a touch of J. But that's what she said. She had sleepless nights. She was blindsided. And you are. When you're just so puffed up in the love, you'll get blindsided. And then you got these sleepless nights. You all jacked up. You all confused. Right? And basically what she says is that she started to pray and she realized, accepted God. And she understood that God is not the author of confusion. Anything from God ain't, y'all. God don't bring you confusion. It's straight to the point. You know what it is. Just a touch of that, baby. I'm trying to put that out there in pieces for you. She said God gives a lot of clarity, okay? He's not deceitful. She also said she learned, that the next time she going to pray first and she going to ask for discernment and confirmation. So y'all got to do that. She said, you have a blessed day. Yes, child. Somebody else said, my thoughts exactly. Ditto. Yes, queen. Yes, love it. They bigging her up. Okay. When they show you who they are, believe them. Child, 44 people like that. Yes. See, people will show you who they are. They'll show you. But you don't want to believe them. You like, no. Now, sometimes you don't want to believe them because you like, they can't be that messed up. Because they showed you a little good side of them. Child, listen. Y'all know the story in the Bible with Peter. Judas betrayed Jesus with a kiss. Okay? Listen here. Sometimes you see the good side. Sometimes they got a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff going on too. So you have to believe them when they show you who they are. Okay, they out here, they do some of that trickery to you, guys and females. Females out here doing that trickery too. Oh my God, no, I didn't mean to sleep with your best friend. What are you talking about? Listen, to all my men, to all my guys out here, she meant it. Look, just a touch of it. She out there doing that trickery. Or listen, out here and you see her doing trickery with other dudes. Or look, y'all might be doing a little trickery together with like couples or something, swinging or something like that. She don't have no problem with being with other guys. Look, this is just a touch of J, baby. That should let you know something right there. You got to pay attention sometimes, y'all. Y'all do. You got to believe them when they show you who they are. Like, let's just say you in a down time in your life and they kick you when you down and they ain't there trying to support you or lift you up. Pay attention to the signs. People will show you who they are and you must believe them. Okay. Here goes somebody else. That I only experienced heartache because I walked in my flesh and I did not trust God's given instinct. Okay. But it had to happen. A person's rejection is God's protection, right? There is power in letting grow through what you go through. That was a good one. You only experience heartache because you do walk in your flesh. When you walking with God, listen, y'all, this is just a touch of it. I'm telling you, my whole life has changed. God has changed my life. I'm not trying to be no holier than thou. I'm telling you something that I know. I know what I was doing out here. Trickery. I was doing them tricks of the trade. Child, listen here. And when you walk with God and God shows you who you are, how you can't treat people yourself, okay? And all that other type of stuff. All right, come on. You ain't walking in the flesh. Your discernment be on point. You get to see it. And people can't do that trickery on you. And they be like, oh my gosh, they want them leaving you alone because they can't do that trickery on you. They can't control the tricks of the trade on you. And when you've been doing tricks of the trade yourself, you peep it. So you got to walk in that God-given instincts. God gave it to you for a reason, okay? And always remember, the rejection is for your protection. Look, I've been there too. People think when they reject you that you're supposed to be mad or something. I'm like this, all right, bye. Like, look, especially if you've been praying on it and you know that God tell you, look, they ain't being thorough and wise right now this season in their life. And y'all out here like, oh my God, no, they don't want me. Please, child, honey, men, females, ladies, gents, if they don't want nothing to do with you, yes, be happy about that. You need to be rejoicing in that. That is God's protection, child. If they out here and they doing you wrong and you seeing you people early, you got to be like, oh, yes, good. Because sometimes they don't have themselves together. And that's God's protection. God is showing you like, look at what's going on. I'm trying to protect you and God will let you be protected, okay? So she said, you just got to let go. You got to let go so you can grow and be better. Okay, now look, here goes somebody else. It's still teaching me. We have to be accountable for the breakups of our own hurting hearts. Yeah, same thing. You got to be accountable for the stuff that you do yourself. Because like I said, sometimes we know. We know, and we like, you know heartache is coming, but you're trying to change the person. You're trying to look, please see me for who I am. I'm an amazing person. You may be, but they might just be at this place in their life. Oh my God, God is speaking. He's speaking to me. He's telling me to tell you all about transition real quick before we go ahead with this. Sometimes when people are transitioning, okay, let's just say you get with somebody and they're like, I want to work on something with you, okay? But they're in transition. Okay, now peep it, okay? Like when a baby walks, okay, the baby is in transition of walking. The baby been inside of you for 9 months. Baby comes out, okay, crying and all that, getting you to do everything. Ain't walked a day in their life. Come on. And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh my gosh, what is this? I think I know how to walk. So they take one step, okay, a little shaky. They take another step, a little shaky. Some of them, they fall. Come on now. That's how relationships are. You fall sometimes. You get a little shaky. You get a little scared. Wait a minute, hold on. I ain't never walked this walk before. I ain't never gone through this before. Okay, and now listen, y'all want to know where that message came from? Pastor Stephen Fjord. Make sure y'all check that out. Elevation Church. I'm going to make sure that I put it in the description because I can't remember what the message is. But I watched it the other day, y'all. And it's just a touch of day. But that's what he was kind of talking about. And God laid it on my heart. And it's a podcast coming about that soon. All right? But sometimes you get in these relationships and you just learning. Like you might have been in all type of relationships. Listen, guys are out here struggling with it and women. You get in these relationships and sometimes they easy for you. People don't care to let you do whatever you want to. And you get in this one with somebody that's real thorough and it's like baby steps. And sometimes you fall and you got to get back up. But some of them, they just fall. And when they fall, they wind up hurting you and you got heartache. But what you got to do in that is take one step at a time. One step at a time, okay? And then you want to go ahead and you're going to start running. Like think about a baby. When they get it, they like, whoa, they running. You like, no, calm down. Because they understand they don't have the fear anymore. Okay? But a lot of people, they mess up in the fear and they wind up hurting you. And they don't mean to. They really don't mean to. They don't. They just learning how to walk. They're in transition. But that's why you got to pay attention to the signs. You got to communicate, stuff like that. Look, this is just such a day, baby. I'm just trying to put that out there in pieces for you. Somebody said, don't settle for less. Yeah, don't. Please don't. If you're doing all this nice stuff for people and they ain't doing nothing for you, don't settle for that. Now, sometimes you don't want them to do stuff because you got your own issues. You don't want to feel like you owe anybody stuff like that, And that's also settling for less because you're settling for less with yourself, So don't settle for less. Know your worth. There's a difference between worth and knowing what you're worth, okay? This is just a touch of J. All right now. Come on, you dating less than what you should. Okay? Come on. I don't know who this for, but somebody out there, they ain't even taking a bath and brushing their teeth and all that, and you still dealing with them. They got to be on the same level as you. Okay? Come on now, because they're going to bring you down. You're going to be in your lower self when you settle for less, and you cannot be in your lower self. Okay? Here we go. To always keep God at the center of the relationship and not the other person. Child, this is just a touch of J. Yes. Y'all out there putting people before God. Look, all these is about God. I don't even know. Look, I don't know what's going on right here. But look, he wants you to hear it. This is just a touch of J, baby. I'm trying to put this out there in pieces for you. But sometimes we do that. Yeah, all of a sudden, we praising God, we love him, and all this other type of stuff. Then a person come. And the person might be like, that's just too much for me. Child, you need to leave that alone. You need to let them go. Okay? Because first of all, if you love God, that is amazing. Like, I done talked about this before on my podcast. That's an amazing attribute to have. But sometimes it's just too much. I just posted a post on my page. It's just too much because they're not living that life that you may live. It's like your goodness is affecting, some of that trickery they got going on still. So it's like, whoa, that's a lot. You really like, they try to call you like holier than thou or something like that or whatever. But you're not. You just living this lovely life that God gave you. But sometimes what you do is you put your little God, you put God down to the side, betray him, deny him like Peter. And, it's just such that. And God got to put it out there in pieces for you and let you know, like, you chose wrong. He got to put it out there for you and let you know you're doing that wrong thing. I'm greater than he. Okay. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. All right. Look it up. Okay. Here go the next one. Don't ignore the signs. Believe them when they show you who they are. Yeah. Same thing. Pay attention to the lack of communication. Oh my God. Chill. Listen here. I've been there, done it. There was a time where I didn't communicate, y'all. I just didn't know how to. I didn't know. And sometimes you think that you're communicating, but you ain't. Everybody got a love language, like children, like people in school, college, work, whatever. Everybody learns in life differently. That means everybody receives knowledge differently. Everybody puts it out there in pieces differently. Some people aren't good at expressing themselves through talk. They communicate differently. You have to communicate, though, to know that. If you ain't communicating at all, child, please pay attention to that. Because somebody really care about you. They going to try to communicate with you some type of way. If they ain't communicating and they ain't like, you doing all this and they ain't doing nothing. You talking, you send text messages, you send email, you doing whatever it is. You breaking your back, your neck. To try to put it out there in piece form, child. You doing all type of stuff, sending songs, whatever it is. And they just ain't communicating, child. Chances are, they don't want to, or they just don't know how. And they struggling with it, okay? And what you have to do is if they don't want to go ahead and put it out there in pieces for you and try because they see that you're worth that effort, you got to leave that alone. You got to leave that alone. Because that communication, or, we talking about lack of. What if they communicate and just they giving you too much? You like, oh my gosh, like, look, I don't need to know your password to the bank accounts and everything. You like, come on, pump your brakes. They might be trying to hurry up and just jump into a relationship real quick. Don't even know you like that. It's a lot of people out there doing that. They like, you know what? Let me do this for you. Like, wait a minute, that's like $5,000. That's a lot. And they just work a regular job or whatever, and they just trying to like buy you. Pay attention to how they communicate in that aspect of life too. Okay, be equally yoked. Okay. Okay. Equally yoked. That don't mean that y'all have to be the same. Check out T.D. Jakes' model homes on YouTube. Bishop Jakes talks about that, okay, with his wife. How you don't have to be the same. How they are so different. But like, he said, she saves me from myself. That's why he said he married her. Yeah, check it out, y'all. This is just a touch day. And then also, responsible for how, this girl says you got to be responsible for how you treat him, not responsible for how he treats you. Oh my gosh, if I can write a book about that. Y'all guys out there going through that with women. She ain't treating me right. So you out here with the next woman. You ain't even worried about how you treating her. You reap what you sow. Gosh, look, this is just touch a day, baby. I'm trying to put this out there in pieces for y'all. You reap what you sow. So while you pointing the finger, sometimes you missing the point. You looking at, well, she ain't doing this, she ain't doing that. What is it that you are doing? What are you committed to? I just did a podcast about that. Come on. Are you really being committed? Are you just looking at what you ain't getting in return, but you ain't getting nothing? No, y'all. And, child of guys. Y'all out here doing that trickery. Look, tricks of the trade, Y'all ain't doing certain stuff. She ain't doing certain stuff. Look, I don't know what y'all out here doing. But y'all got to get that. Okay, y'all got to get that. Somebody else said, look, because you got to treat people as you would want them to treat you. Okay, when you sowing to people, look, most of you guys out here, a lot of people out here, y'all listening to me and y'all believe. Y'all believe in a higher power, higher purpose, okay? And if you do really believe, come on, if you treat somebody right, they're going to treat you right. Stop living in that fear. Jump out there, okay? You have to worry about how you're treating someone and not how they're treating you. If you focus on doing good, thank you, God. This is what God just dropped in my spirit. If you treat them right, when it's over and done with, you good. You want to know why? Because you played your part. You played your part. Look, man, I done been in a couple relationships. I'm like, I'm good. I'm going to be good because I know I played my part. That was on you. That wasn't my problem. And that's how y'all got to get this. Y'all got to get this. Okay, now look, here we go. Pray on everything. Please do. Yeah, pray on everything. Look. Oh my gosh, please pray on everything. I don't care. Look, just God, okay? Because He's going to direct you. He's going to direct your path. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Don't lean to your own understandings. In all your ways, acknowledge Him. He's going to direct your path. He's going to show you. Look, okay? Not everyone has the same heart as you, is what somebody said. Oh my gosh, y'all out there going through that? That's something when you go through that. Yeah, because you think like, oh my gosh, if I'm good to them, that's basically what I said. You got to treat them right. Okay, do unto others, okay, as you had them do unto you. But still, you got to pay attention to the fact that everybody don't got the same heart as you. You have to guard your heart when you do that. Okay, so you got to put your whole 100 out there, but you got to be kind of guarded in a sense too. Okay, and you have to understand that while you're guarded, all right, to understand that everybody doesn't have the same heart as you. So just because, okay, I cook. Shout out to Making Love in V's Kitchen. Y'all know I get down. But I like to prepare meals, right? That might be one of the ways that I show love. That's the way my heart shows love. But I can't be mad if he like, look, loving is bumping and grinding to me. Or loving is horseback riding. Or loving is listening to music to me. Okay? Not everybody has the same heart. And if you get a broken heart, you have to realize too and remember, listen, okay, get this, all right? Pay attention to this. That they could break your heart and just walk away like it ain't nothing. Some people don't got no problem with, bye, see it. And you all jacked up. How could you do that to me? Because they don't have the same heart as you. Some people are just cold-hearted, child. They don't care. Life has made them that way. And you got to just remember that, okay? Somebody said it taught her that she didn't love herself. Man, listen, we get into some of this stuff sometimes, and we ain't out here loving ourselves. We want somebody else to love us. All right. Somebody else said value, never settle. Don't ignore the signs. Play for the discernment. Stop giving people the chance to break your heart. Chance after chance after chance. Oh my gosh, yes. Y'all be like, okay, you got it together now. They break your heart again. Come on, you got to put some distance in between that. Because they might have something that's really going on with them. And they just out here breaking this person's heart, breaking that person's heart. Everybody around you, every time they get in a relationship, they done break somebody's heart. They done mess something up. They trying to get themselves together maybe. Okay, so be careful with that. Trust is not earned and not given. Yes. Let them earn it. Y'all guys out here doing all this stuff for these women. These women out here running over y'all. Shoot. Y'all ain't making her earn nothing. You just look, doing what it is that you do, breaking it off up inside of it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Giving her them pieces, that piece of steel. Not making her work for it and earn it. Y'all got to love yourself, love your body and everything. Monsters are actually people, not just in movies. Holding on to something that God told you to let go. Yeah, blocks a blessing. Wait on the Lord. Love God. Some people, somebody said they ain't for that life. Look, and I'm ending it right here because this is a lot, okay? I'm going to end it with this. Some people always think, okay, I can use myself as an example. A lot of people try to hit me up sometimes, okay? Sometimes. And like I said, I'm like, hold on, you must be a distraction. What's going on? What I got going on in life? Okay. And then I'm ask God and God show me. Okay. Because some people, they ain't about their life. They like, oh yeah, I want you. I want to do this. Listen here. You ain't about that life. You know what I tell them? You don't want this. You don't want me. Because there's a lot to this. I serve God, number one. I don't play them games. Number two, I ain't into all that stuff you might be into, thinking that it's going to happen that way. And, I ain't doing all of that. Okay. If it ain't right, I'm trying to live a righteous life, not holier than thou, not all like I'm just, this born again Christian, just, don't do no wrong and that like that. But I'm trying to live right. I'm trying to do right. And sometimes people, they don't understand that. They don't get it. They don't get that you might go to church on a Wednesday because you like Bible study. They like Wednesday. Oh my gosh, or that you really just be in the crib just chilling, listening to the pastor. They out here thinking you doing trickery because you ain't answer or whatever. And you just out here just trying to get your life in order. Or like I cook. I'm around famous people. I'm around a lot of people. I do a lot of different things. And they don't trust you because they don't trust themselves. They ain't ready for this life. They ain't ready for that real love, that heart talk. Somebody pouring out their heart to them. They ain't ready for that. So they talk the talk, but they don't know how to walk the walk. And like I said, sometimes it's just a transition that they might be going through, or your transition that you're going through. And this is just a touch of J, baby. I'm putting this out there in pieces for you. We don't got time for that. So look. Child, I feel like I was drained. That was the Comment Creeping Saturday. Okay? Comment Creeping Saturday. This is what's going on. Okay, the question was, what did your last heartache teach you? Heartbreak. What did it teach you? So look, I got to answer it. Mine's taught me that what goes around comes around. Yeah, I was out here doing some trickery. And when I was in my broken state, God was pointing stuff out to me like, yeah, you did that one that way. And that's how you made this one feel. Yeah, y'all. Some of y'all going through that right now. Some of y'all getting ready to go through that. Some of y'all already went through it. Sometimes God got to put it out there in pieces for you. Okay? He got to show you like, you wasn't as thorough and wise as you thought that you was. And now you reaping what you sown. So it taught me that. Okay? What else did it teach me? It taught me that I should talk to God and seek God more when it comes to, choosing people and listen. Listen. I got to listen because he taught me a lot of things. And he was telling me things and I didn't listen. I didn't pay attention to the things that was in my face. I act like I didn't see them. I denied it. Like, no, okay. I let the lies happen when I knew. Child, this is just a touch of J. I'm trying to tell you the truth. I didn't love myself more. I didn't love the person because I wasn't loving myself. Child, didn't know how to get that love, really. I thought I had to do a little trickery or something, too. I was all over the place sometimes, But what else it taught me? Oh, my God. This is the big thing. I need y'all to get this. This is it. It taught me how to love. Yeah, it taught me what real love was because it let me see that even though it was some heartbreak in it, that the person still loved me, and I still love that person. It was just what was going on. So sometimes y'all got to get that too. Sometimes it just teaches you how to love. God has to let you go through some stuff sometimes. Like, listen, guys, y'all might have broke some hearts. It's just a touch of J. I'm ready to end this. But what if y'all broke some hearts? Y'all out there breaking hearts and it's teaching you? That heartbreak, it's teaching you because now you get to see how you treat women. You get to see how you hurt someone else or men, whatever it is you got going on, what y'all got going on out here. But it teaches you in other relationships too. Because whatever kids are involved in things like that, it teaches you. Like, dang, this is what I'm doing. This is how I hurt somebody. Like I said, y'all, this is just a touch of Jake. And it teaches you to maybe, I don't want to hurt nobody like that no more. You see that the girl just still don't got it together after years. She's struggling. You like, damn, like I did a number on her ass. Okay, this is just a touch of J. All right. Heartbreak teaches you. And what did it teach me? It taught me how to love. It taught me to pay attention to what love really was. I had a couple come try to holler at me. And I said, oh no, this ain't love. Because the person who broke it and, did a little trickery, it taught me. I know what love is. And this is just a touch of J, baby. I just had to put that out there in pieces for you. All right. So look, y'all call in. It was Comment Creeper Saturdays. I went through all the comments. That was an Instagram one. So it was a lot more, but call in. Let me know what y'all think. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. What is it that you think? You know, you might be like, I might have taught you not to trust nobody anymore, and you just don't care. You don't care about none of that. You don't want to heal. Maybe it taught you that healing takes a long time. Okay, that you go through, and it just be hard. You don't want to really trust nobody. You know, you're real skeptical. Or it taught you that when you get into your next relationship, that you a little shaky because you don't know. You like, wait a minute, hold on, it's real? That might be because you didn't learn. Call in and let me know. This is just a touch of day, baby. I just had to put that out there in peace for you. So look, I'm skating on over to the left, to the left, to the left. Woo! To the left. Woo! You know, I got stuff I need to do. Okay, mama is working on a few things. Yes, baby. Yeah, I've been working on some stuff now for about a month. Okay, I've been doing these things, you know, in my body, child. And I've been, you know, doing this stuff. And, you know, my mind and everything just focusing, you know, and I got to skate on over to the left. I got to get back to what I'm doing. Okay, this is just a touch of J. I had to put that out there in pieces for you. So how y'all want me to end this? Huh? What y'all want me to do? How y'all want me to give you my Barry White, Janet Jackson voice? Huh? The Just a Touch of J voice. Y'all want that? Who is this? Come on, y'all. What is this? What is this? What is this, baby? This is Just a Touch of J. And y'all know I had to put that one out there in pieces for you, baby. I had to, okay? So look, what do I tell you all the time? Don't let nobody make you feel like you ain't thorough and wise. Okay? Because if you went through some heartache, you might be feeling like you ain't thorough and wise. Okay? Insecurities come up. You start questioning yourself like, dang, you know, did he do it? Or did she do it? Because, you know, I'm losing my hair and I'm going bald. You know, guys, you know, you look, I don't know. Or girls, you know, like you start body shaming yourself, like maybe because, you know, he didn't like the way I looked. Don't let anybody make you feel like you ain't thorough and wise. Especially if they just drop you like it's nothing to keep it pushing. Don't. Because that rejection was for your protection. And don't make yourself feel like you ain't thorough and wise. Because you do that to yourself sometimes. Okay, now the second thing I tell y'all is what? Shine on them. Because they hate it, baby. Yes. If y'all went through that heartache and stuff like that, look, get yourself together. Shine on them. Listen here. I'm shining on them. This is just a touch of J. Okay? I'm shining on them and they hate it, baby. Okay? They like, damn. I did it wrong. She's shining. Yes. They listening to the podcast and everything. How y'all out there doing? Checking out the food, the whole nine. Shine on them. Okay? Let that little light on the inside of you shine too. You know, shine bright like a diamond. Woo! Yeah! I shine bright like a diamond. You know, shout out to you, Rihanna, if you listening. You never know who listens to you. Okay, look. But you got to shine. You know that goodness that you got on the inside? You got to let that out. Don't let it defeat you. Don't be down on yourself because you like, dang, man, I went through that. No, you got to shine bright. Let the light shine out. Let the love come out. And that's the third thing that I tell y'all. Spread love. Because it's the Brooklyn way, right? And like I said, man, it's Comet Creeping Saturdays, boy. What did your last heartache teach you? Huh? Call and let me know. Mine's taught me how to love. Let me know what yours taught you. Huh? I love my babies! I love y'all. Oh my gosh. Thank you for all your love and support. Shout out to Beat Break Radio. Reach One Network. Oh my gosh. All the artists. Oh my gosh. All these artists that I got coming to y'all. Y'all gonna love it. Thanks for supporting the Song of the Week. Thanks for checking it out behind the food and all the promotions and things that are going on. I got some good videos and stuff like that coming to y'all. Okay. Vimeo on the app. Check it out. Just check out the Just a Touch of J app. Come on, man. Like I said, for the last time, man. It was just a touch of J, right? Just a touch I give y'all. You know? Because I got to put it out there in pieces for you, baby. All right? I love you. Till next time. Bye-bye.